Okay, give me just 1 second. Make sure everything's working. I was trying to put a banner ad. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Actually, there's nobody in here right now. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Oh, there I am. Let me see. No, go to channel. What the hell did I just do? Damn it. Hold on. I got this screwed up. Yeah, you probably know now. So I was just trying to get the live. I was trying to put a banner across the top showing the Cash App. And I didn't start doing it until like 3 minutes ago. And I couldn't get it on. So that's what just took me a few minutes, by the way. That's why I was a second late. So yeah, okay, so it sounds cool. All right. Thank you guys for showing up. Let's start with here. I was just gonna, this is kind of just going off of what I talked about in the last video. Oh, there, Mike just put the Cash App up. No more prison cell. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I was just gonna go ahead and talk about, I mentioned in the last live, I should turn this heater off right now. Damn. Hold on just 1 second. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on. All right. Got the belt unbuckle and it's rattling because I'm sitting down. Okay. So anyway, sorry about that. So what's up, Rick B? So I was talking in my last live about the fact that I had something to do the next day. And that was go to get, there you go, to get my food stamps for the next day. So full disclosure, I was on, never been on food stamps until I was in rehab a couple years ago. So I was on food stamps. They automatically put you on food stamps at rehab. And part of the deal is they get like the first month or something. It goes towards what they do. Like they take some of the money or whatever, if I remember correctly. As a matter of fact, I think they did the first time, the second time they didn't, but I went to rehab twice, and both times is when I got put on food stamps. So when you do it from there, they take care of it for you. You fill out a piece of paper, basically no job, no this, no that. This is where you're living in the rehab. So they do it for you, right? Okay. So I think I renewed, or I had to renew like one time before by myself or whatever the deal was. Again, they have to do that through the website or calling up. If you call up, it takes like hours. So when I got out, I automatically assumed that all I had to do is go down to the revenue office or whatever it is here, and that they would put me on, just, I have the card still. So I thought that they would go ahead and automatically just give me the benefits, whatever. I thought it'd be easy because I already had the card signed up. Well, doesn't work that way. Even under an emergency, I'm just going to play these out, you guys. I'm not going to answer them right now, okay? So just give me a minute. So that's not how it worked. What it is you got to go sign up for them, and then they have to send you, somebody calls you, a case agent calls you, and then you have to, they send you a form, and they asked for all this different stuff. One of the mistakes I made was they asked me, like, do you have a Cash App? Do you have a Venmo? Do you have this or that? And in every situation, I said, yeah, I did have a Cash App. I had a Venmo. I had a Chime card, all that. Well, they've been down for the last year or so. Only thing that really works is the Cash App. So I went and told them that I had Chime, Cash App, whatever. Well, I get this piece of paper in the mail. Again, I told you guys on Thursday I was going on Friday because I knew that form would be in the mail. So I go pick it up. Started off a little late that day. It was like 11 o'clock. I had to borrow actually my mom's car, to be honest. And I go to the PO box, which I've lost my key, and it's $20 to replace. And they like don't want to give me mail without a key for some reason now. And I go down there and I grab, there's a couple things in the mail. There's some insurance stuff from Ambetter. Ambetter is the insurance company that I use down here. So I was signed up on the marketplace and health market, whatever that Obama stuff that they did was. And I get this form in the mail and I'm getting ready to go up there. I think I just have to go sign a few things. Well, damn, in this piece of paper, there's all this stuff that they need: bank statements, Chime card, Venmo card, all this stuff. Why don't I have a printer to print this stuff out? Okay. So then I'm like, okay, they have to go to two different banks to get statements. I didn't file taxes for the last 2 years because I was incarcerated both times. A prisoner's awakening. Real quick. I got out, by the way, the 27th of January. So people have complained about me answering too many remarks as I go along. So I just wanted to get this out here first. So I decide when I get that it's too much. I can't get everything. I should have probably just went up there with my phone and showed them. I didn't think about that at the time. So what I end up doing is I take off and I have to go to the bank. There's a local bank here in town, but there's branches other places. I went to a different branch, and then there's a bank up in Fort Smith that I bank with, which is actually in a little town of Greenwood that's closer too. So I get in the car, I start driving, and I don't feel like being around people all of a sudden. I'm having this thing, you guys, where I'm down here. I told you I'm down here in my own little prison right now, self prison, or self-imposed, I guess I'd say. And I'm only around two people right now. One of them is my mom that I see, every day or every other day or whatever. And all of a sudden, it's going into places, even like the local Dollar General. I've never experienced this before. I've had panic attacks in the airport, panic attacks at Walmart, panic attacks. It's not a panic attack. It's just the point of not wanting to, I guess, I don't know. I don't know what it is because that's not me. I talk to everybody usually. It's not me whatsoever, So something's going on with me that's different than any of my other releases. Okay. So whatever. Okay. So I decide, and this is what I had to do. I had to go get my internet bill taken care of. I got paid from YouTube, some YouTube money. I had to go get internet taken care of, phone bill taken care of, and the food stamp thing. Well, I just seen somebody show up in green. I don't know what this means. That's a new member. It looks like I don't have my glasses on, and I appreciate you being twisted. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And I'm going to do something with membership this week. I know I shouldn't say that, but I'm going to this week. I'll figure out something to do with the membership. I never got into it. So as I'm driving up there, I go to the banks, and both of them weren't good experiences. And I know this banker, I know these people down here at this branch, but it's just being inside of a public place is uncomfortable. So I decide after I go to the second bank that I do not want to go up to, it's called Cox and Fort Smith. I don't want to even go up there. I don't even want to go deal with that. So I tell myself, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take money out of a savings account at one bank and then just go ahead and put the money in a different bank and use my debit card to pay bills. Okay. So after ignoring going to be around other people, I come back down here and I try to get on. I have a Cox account set up on my laptop. That's the mobile place. I do the mobile phone and the internet's out of the both same place. So I try to get into the account and it's all set up I didn't set the account up. My ex did. So it's all set up to her info and I can't get into the account. So it took me at least an hour of trying to do that. At least an hour. Okay. I'm trying to find old passwords. I've got so many old passwords, man. And all of my, where it says safe passwords under Google, under Microsoft, under this and that, they're all different. It's a mess. And this is just basic. This is just basic life. I know that. It's just, and I'm just explaining to you guys some of the troubles as I put a former lifer or a former prisoner, whatever, had. And it's really not a lot, but it's just for me, I'm just telling you and how I'm feeling and what I'm going through right now. After I finally called Cox Cable, I got the internet, got all that, I found out that the phone bill was paid, but I don't know how it was paid. They took it from someplace, but I don't know where they took it from. I didn't know the account I gave when I originally got the phone open. I've got 2 checking accounts and a savings, and I probably shouldn't have one of those checkings. As a matter of fact, I need to close it down. And to this day, I don't know. It doesn't show where it comes from in the checking account, and I don't know. And I racked my brain trying to figure out what the hell to do with that, where this came from. And to right now, like I said, I still have no clue where this came from whatsoever. So I pay those 2 bills, and then I look at my mail and I open up. We share the same day. Damn, and I got to go back to that. Damn, Steve Wall. So then I'm gonna back up. So I open up the mail, and it's from my insurance company. Right on, Steve. Okay. So you're 56, right on. So open up my mail. It's from Better Insurance Company, and it says that my medical insurance has been canceled, and that I owe $118. I don't have $118 to give them. I've got doctor's appointments here very soon, and I really, really need knee surgery done. I told some of you guys know that I got injured in the jail incident, and my meniscus was tore, and that I have to deal with that. By the way, on that lawsuit, that's the best news that's happened. As I also found out that same day in that same pile of mail that I beat summary judgment. For those of you that don't know, in a civil suit, you have to pass some hurdles before you can get into court, and one of them being summary judgment. That means that the issue was, did I exhaust my administrative remedies in jail? Before you can file a lawsuit as a prisoner, you have to exhaust administrative remedies. Well, I passed that. They acknowledged that. So that's a big hurdle for somebody to cross, actually, to get through that. So I'm really, really happy about that. Okay. So I call up the insurance company. They inform me that I owe this money. And I told them in the year 2004, my medical insurance was 81 cents a month. Okay. 81 cents a month. And they said that they now are charging 43, which is still cheap. This is all cheap shit, but when you have no money, it's everything. So they now said they based my new amount, which is $43 a month, off of my past income of 2024. And I'm like, well, how can that be? I was incarcerated in 2024. And in the year of 2023, for the 24 year or whatever, they said I was at 81 cents. So this took this lady, I think it was like 55 minutes is what I saw altogether. I think it was 55 minutes total. So he says that the only way they can get my insurance restarted is if I go back and reapply. We then go on to the health marketplace, whatever it's called. That takes me there. I wait an hour and 10 minutes, nada. So I hang up the phone. Okay. Now, I've got a car that's in the shop right now that needs some work. So I went to go visit the guy to go talk about the situation with my car. So I go over there. He gave me a price like $750 for a Cadillac converter and the tailpipes underneath or something. And all of a sudden that shot up to like $1,000. And then I was like, well, the car's a piece of junk. I said on my last live that I was probably going to sell it And then I went and tried to find out that I can't really sell it anymore with brand new tires, Cadillac converter. I mean, it needs Cadillac, brand new tires, windshield, alternator, batteries, all that stuff. So maybe I can go back and I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? So that's what I had to deal with on Friday. And then I came back in here and of course tried to reset up my accounts for the new marketplace thing that the lady on at the Ambetter told me, and the Cox Mobile, no can do. Can't get it. Can't. It's everything. It keeps going back to either my ex-wife's information, old phones that I had, and it's like nobody can help. I try to get them to reset it. So I called Marketplace today, and they actually are getting my insurance. I don't have insurance yet. I'm supposed to know something by Monday. So that's where I'm at on medical insurance. So as of right now, I've got no medical insurance either. So that's just the two steps forward, 4 steps back that I was talking about in my last live, and also said something in OG Mike's interview he did with me. By the way, OG Mike show, he did an interview and it was on last night, so it's up on that if you guys want to go see it. Otherwise, today has been a pretty decent day. Like I said, I found out that summary judgment that was probably the best thing going in my life right now, because that's a hurdle that people typically lose on. Otherwise, good to see you doing lives fresh out of jail. Thanks, bro. Twister 19. I mean, I should have been doing lives longer. It just took me a minute to get back over here. Otherwise, today been a fairly good day. I slept 13 hours last night, and I told you guys that I'm having this brain fog still. Every day the brain fog lifts. I do attribute a lot of it to the buprenorphine in my system. I know that there's people that are disappointed in me about not giving Suboxone, buprenorphine, the shots more time. One of them is my oldest sister who I talked to today. And the truth is, I have not had any cravings for drugs or alcohol. And maybe there's something to that. I do have an appointment if I get medical insurance. I do have an appointment set up where I could, but I don't want to, I'm good right now. And I feel like my thinking's getting more clear. Full disclosure, like I said the other day, for sure there's depression issues going on, anxiety issues going on. I've say it again, like I said, I've never got out of prison and felt this way that I do now. But again, circumstances in my life largely created by myself through addiction. So, let's keep it real about that. On an off subject, by the way, I told you guys about what's going to happen with the cartels. I told you guys, and I'm going to tell you something. I think that Trump administration is going to go to war over there. I think they're going to start dropping some drones on those cartel people. And I told you guys that the prices are going to get out of control. And lo and behold, I have insider info from friends. And I've been talking to a few people. If I haven't talked to you yet and you guys have reached out to me, slowly but surely every day I've been reaching out to people who have been trying to get a hold of me. One of the people I talked to today is a man by the name of Eddie Cox. Don't know if you guys know who Eddie Cox was, whatever. Chad Marks did an interview with him a long time ago. I did a show about him. There's a video about him. He was the leader of the Black Mafia. He was white in Kansas City. Kansas City had a thriving Black Mafia. Eddie is now off paper. He's 89 or is he 90? I'm not sure. We will be doing an interview soon. I can promise that. I'm saying this to somebody who's in the chat who we talked about not over-promising. This is a lock. This is me having to do some research because I want to have the interview good. I know Eddie. I did 4 years with him. 5. He's finally off paper as well. He did an interview with Chad. He didn't want to do no interviews after that. Well, he did a few, but he did. I guess it was also I was on supervised release and he was too. So that should be something. This is a guy who has a lot of history behind him. Um, the feds, he'll tell you, the Justice Department actually tried to stop his so he had to petition the court to try to get off supervised release. And it's very rare that outside agencies will get involved, but from Washington, they actually tried to get him stopped and kept on supervised release. And I'll save that and let him tell the story. But that's going to be coming shortly. I'm probably going to do that on a live, I think. Um, Really fascinating guy. He's now working at the Samaritan Project, um, legal research, helping people doing. They work out of a law firm, so they're actually doing the work. They have a law firm, the Tom Nord. I forgot the Samaritan Project. If anybody's interested, they do really good stuff. They've got a lot of lifers out. Matter of fact, they have the best record at getting lifers out. I believe. I believe that's the truth. I'm not trying to uh, blood on the razor wire. He does good work. I'm not trying to say that. I believe they have a higher record of lifers getting out. I'm not really, you know, I'm almost positive that's the case because I know they did 8 like back, boom. Um, but to all my friends who have addiction issues who are actively using, I have this word of advice: batten down the hatches. Batten down the hatches. Get your supply now because prices are getting ready to shoot up across the board. Although I do believe that cocaine will come down. I don't know. I don't know the cocaine market. I haven't in a couple of years. I do know that the terrorist organizations that they got, or the terrorist organizations, the cartels they listed, you don't see any Colombian cartels on that. So Colombians I know started getting their old routes back. They don't need the Mexicans like they used to. So I know that. So see where that goes. I think you guys are going to see cocaine making a stronger comeback as far as popularity. Fentanyl and methamphetamine production going down because less is going to be getting in the country, and there's going to be a big war with the cartels. I do believe that. I do believe, and already they're having some issues. So we'll see. And there was a guy, what's that guy, JD, whatever, who's a big prison show. I just seen him talking about that on one of his lives. I caught that. I don't know if it was today, tonight, a couple days ago, but he was talking about that too. And he's absolutely right. And just given that I still know a lot of people that deal with all that stuff or know people in all that life, and I talked, it's gonna get serious. It's gonna get serious. Prices are getting ready to skyrocket, I do believe. Yeah. So anyway, so let me go back. What's up with the dope on the streets since the border closed? It is going now. We'll start getting in the chat right now. Look, I just wanted to kind of finish up where I was the other night, right? And I'm not doing nothing tonight. I'm alone down here, so I decided to jump on, right? So I will go ahead and answer these and not put my glasses on and answer them as they come up on the screen. I'm watching myself over here. What's up with the dope on the streets since the border closed? It's going to start shooting up. They're going to start having problems. More loads are going to start getting hit. Prices are going to go up. Like I said before, I was privy to the fact that in 23, if you buy bulk, you can get kilos of methamphetamine for like $1,000. That trickled down to ounces being anywhere from $100 to 250 to 3 to 4. And I'm telling you right now, they're going up. I can say that. And I did know a lot about yeah, I mean, when you're in rehab too. So when you're in rehab, you know, you're around that everybody and that's hey Rob, question for you. Do you know who Daryl Brooks is, the asshole who ran over people Christmas parade? Can you find out if they moved him to the ADX or another federal prison? Yeah, I'll look into it. I know who he is. That happened in the Charleston, the big thing up there, right? I think the Christmas parade. The Christmas parade. No, I don't know that. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the recent one. Enlighten me. Daryl Brooks. Would he go to the ADX? Ran over people. Stay strong, brother. God obviously has faith in you. Tommy Irish, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Daryl Brooks. Not really sure who that is. I'm not really sure. What else? Something else. Glad to see you back. Good to see you back. And it is like you never left. Thank you. I appreciate it, Michael. Appreciate it. Like you never left. Yeah, no, it's not like I never left. I did. Gives a new meaning to the war on drugs. Sinaloa has been shopping on the Ukraine black. Sinaloa's been shopping on the Ukraine black market. Really, Sinaloa's. I mean, they're the guys, right? They're the ones for real. What's up, Rob? Let me see what you're saying. I can just see an outline of Tammy Kennedy. Did you watch the news report on Frankie? I did not. I did not. I've got it saved in the little section, which I know how to do, but I didn't. So he's talking about Frankie DiPietro, who was at Lewisburg. Me and this guy were at Lewisburg for 5 years. Frankie DiPietro, AK Flash. Let me make a comment here real quick. There's 55 of you. How many people are from New York? New York people. OC people even. Do you realize that you guys per capita, I don't even think that's the right word. Do you realize how much lighter your sentences are compared to the rest of the country? Now, people give me pushback on that. I'm sure, because there's like my man Steve Crea is in there on a freaking I'm going to do something about Steve's case. I want to talk to his son, but I want to do something on the case. I am not going to talk about his life in prison because I made him that promise. But how many guys, and this Tammy Kennedy will vouch, how many guys do we know that had bodies that have gotten out? Frankie DiPietro had 3 on his case, 19 years. Tommy Reynolds, my friend, not saying he shouldn't have been out. There's 5. Okay. Tommy Karate. Well, Tommy Karate is different, well, I mean, it's that mob stuff. But I've never seen so many people in the feds have so many bodies and either not have life, like DiPietro had 19 years, by far. Okay, fentanyl is cheaper on the East Coast than it is in the Deep South or even Texas. My theory is that fentanyl is being introduced up here, up there, and not on the border. Pennsylvania has many Air Force bases. So you're saying it's cheaper on the East Coast. What I do know, and this goes back again to 23, I know that like in New Mexico, for example, used to be a hotbed for black tar. Albuquerque and stuff like that, from what I understand, the Tecatos, the heroin addicts, were all on fentanyl because it was so much cheaper. I don't know what it is today, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that. Look, I know people that are in that life. Actually, that's not true. They're on this side of the border, but they have a bunch of people on that side. A couple of shit. I could probably name 5 right now, but that I talk to, that agree with me, that know it's time to get away from that life right now. We're bringing in H from Afghanistan, so I doubt if they are still utilizing those same distribution channels. We're bringing in H. So, okay, but that's not been the popular drugs on the market. I'm not saying that's not going to be again. I'm not saying there's not going to be drugs coming from other places, because there will be. Of course, there's going to. It's like taking out a dope dealer. It's just somebody's going to fill the void. Somebody will. Look, they've got these guys. They got these cartels on our border that are in the United States as well. Some are my friends, and I like them a lot. And they're going after them. So there's going to be new criminal organizations, obviously, getting stuff in. I was watching stuff about meth production from North Korea. Fascinating. I had no idea. We'll see what happens with that. By the way, you guys, you know what I'm on the last 2 days? My YouTube, Southside Chicago, checking out. All right, Tommy Irish. I've been watching remote places around the globe. Just had a cousin pass away from fentanyl yesterday. Mark, man, I'm sorry. That stuff's horrible. Let me talk about this, and I'll go back to the fentanyl. These places, I am just so fascinated by them. And it's like I'm looking at like the slums in the Philippines, which there's many, right? But those people, even in the slums, they look so happy. These you and I'm watching like an Australian YouTuber, which I like a lot. I don't know his name. I forgot that other guy. Damn, he goes all over the place. But I'm watching those guys that go around the country. And man, the Philippines. And then I watched like the slums in China. Man, you talk about some pretty girls though. Man, I couldn't believe it. Really. And it was like, wow, in the Philippines, Thailand, and I know the prostitution thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that those people, I'm so sorry, Mark. Yeah, I'm really fascinated by that right now. And there was also another one that I watched about Popcorn Sutton or whatever, a moonshiner that was from North Carolina or the West Virginia or whatever. I think it was North Carolina. Popcorn Sutton, he died back in the day. He was a moonshiner. He didn't give a fuck. He was moonshining in the public square. And then they sent him to they gave him 18 months in jail and he ended up offing himself at the age 62. But if you guys ever, I think it's Sutton, Popcorn, old old moonshiner guy. I mean, man, those YouTubes, those were really good episodes. I liked them a lot. Fentanyl. I did some fentanyl in 23. And that stuff is scary. Um, what a lot of people lose their life on fentanyl because the drug stays in their system, but your high goes away quicker. So then they want to go ahead and they want to you want to do more because you're not realizing, but the drug's still in your system, so you can do more. And that I'm talking about just in general. I'm not talking about the person that does the shot that knocks them out. There's for sure that. But a lot of the things, a lot of the time, it's straight up. You just want to feel that high, so you do more. Um, so when I did those pills, and the first thing I did was I just did a third, and then at a third, the first time I should have did a fourth. The third was a little bit scary. It was a pressed the pressed pills, the 30s or whatever they have on in the blue ones, and yeah, I mean, I look. Did I like it? Yes. Did I know what it was? Yes. Uh, any people that sell that or risk or selling fentanyl, whether it's knowing or what if it's knowing. So the people that are selling it that's knowing to people that are using it that know what it is. I mean, I don't want to say it's okay. It's not. It's not. It's a little bit different than poisoning people. Actually it's a lot of it different because people generally know what they're getting, but that stuff's mixed up by people, and you, you never know. I do know that there was people that Pittsburgh P in the house. All right, what's up? Rope scowl. Thanks for joining me. Um, I do know that there was a misunderstanding about them mixing drugs straight up on the other side just to get people hooked. I'm not going to get into all why and how, but not all of it was like that. Not all of it. Bad stuff. And I stopped cold turkey. Fucked me up for a month. I'm good now. Never want to go back through that again. Amen, Michael. And yeah. So I mean, thank God, and I hope you're either not doing anything else or that oh, you said cold turkey. You said cold turkey over a month. Yeah, okay, great, great. Um, I do believe that the buprenorphine has leaves even more of a fog than I've ever experienced on anything else. Again, though, I'm not ruling out there's not depression issues with it. I mean, obviously, if I can go to bed at 8 o'clock last night, wake up at 9 o'clock today, which I did, that's 13 hours of sleep. There's something going on, right? And then I have like today, so I had like 4 to 5 good hours. I took a long ass walk today. It was a really nice day, actually. I can see I got a little bit more color. Um, I did like a loop of the town. Yeah, what did I say that? Oh, so I was feeling great. I did a loop of the town, and then I got zonked so easy when I came back, and it was back to that whole fog thing again. bad stuff. I stopped. If you want to support the channel, you can donate. Thanks. Oh, thanks for putting that in there, Mike. If you want to donate the channel to Cash App, No More Prison Cell. That's the name of it. Hey, Rob, what do you got to say? By the way, my mom asked, who's Tammy Kennedy? Who's Tammy Kennedy? My mom watched the show the other night. Someone in Lewisburg told me that fentanyl pulls away from the cut, and that's why you end up with ODs. Don't know if it's true. Pulls away from the cut? No, I don't know. Turn this heater down. Pulls away from the cut. I don't know anything about that. As a matter of fact, okay, so I'm sure that I've done fentanyl back in the day. I'm talking way back because it's always been around a long time. So I'm sure I did it at Leavenworth. Leavenworth, there was all kinds of dope. And I remember the white stuff coming in, they'd say it's fentanyl too. So hot. Excuse me. So I did it, and I can tell the difference, but I haven't been around like today's fentanyl, so to speak, in a long time. It was actually again in 23, I did the powder, like just the regular powder form, 3 times, I think it was. Let me see this. Yeah, like 3 times. But as far as pulling away from the cut, what you're asking, Rob, I honestly don't know. I don't want to do this. Let me do that. Okay, let's go back here. Oh, thank you. And thank you for the donation. I just saw it right now. Thank you. I appreciate it. Kingdom. Is that who it was? I'm sorry. Let me see this. Let me see. Man, and now I'm like really hot. Yeah, thank you, Kingdom. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let me see what this is real quick. Hey, calm man, is that what it is, Georgie? What's up, bro? What's up? How you doing? Yeah. So what else? What are we gonna do here? You guys can run this. What do you want to know? What do you want to talk about? They used to call it China White back in the day. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. That's, you know what? I knew that. I knew that too. Thank you. I don't know. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't there actual like China White too that was not? So look, guys. I've never done hair. I didn't do heroin on the street. I wasn't a heroin person. I did it in prison. I got out. I did some pills. I did meth. And then when I went to an outpatient program, was the first time that I found out that there was heroin even up in this area. And everybody in that outpatient was all heroin addicts. And I did some black tar that day. It's a lot less euphoric than heroin. Absolutely. I did. So I did. I think that was the only time. I'm pretty sure that was the only time in 23. But otherwise, I've never. Let me think before I say that. I was going to say I've never seen it on the street. Spirit of Noise Raleigh puts on a show and a half. Thanks to Truth. The Truth. Yeah, I've never actually seen it on the street, just in prison. I saw a lot of black tar heroin in prison, but that's for real. I'm a tar baby when it comes to that. That's sad to say, and I'm sorry. That's sad to say. That was like the perfect, the Truth, aka John Wolf. What's up? That was like the perfect high for me. Okay, back in the day, was the feeling of black tar, and I didn't. People have a misunderstanding. I wasn't. So I was also doing prison shots. So to you guys out there, so you guys understand, there's a lot smaller. I wasn't one that did it and nodded out. I'm not going to say I never went into a nod. That's not true. But it wired me up. It wired me up big time. No China White was a coke heroin mix. No. Georgie, no, not that I know of. China White was, that's what I'm saying, was not, didn't they have like their own stuff that came out of the triangles somewhere over there, Thailand or something? It was called China White. You're thinking of a speedball was the mix. The True Spirit of Norings by going against Jerry. I'm friends with Jethro. Okay, you guys are talking about do your thing. I don't care. You guys can talk back and forth to each other. I just don't know what you guys are talking about. Jim Terry. Is that JT, Jim Terry? I just heard about him. I don't know who that is. I don't care to get into it, so I'm not trying to I'm not trying to go there. Don't get me wrong. Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it. I wonder how they got the name China White with Fenton. Oh, same way they're doing it right now, huh? Duh. That was stupid. That was stupid. Kingdom, I will trust you on it. That was a really stupid comment that I made, though. I think it's the name China White. China's like fucking destroying everything right now. That that B more boy, that B boy from Baltimore doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. I think I know who you're talking about. I think you're talking about Eric. Is that who? That's the only Baltimore YouTube thing I know. Been on subs for a while now. Pretty sure it saved my life. I so get criticized by my friends for being on there for so long. Also curbed my desire for alcohol. Not sure why. JREC 122. I have had zero cravings for alcohol. Zero cravings for alcohol. I told the story if you guys missed it. When I got out of prison, excuse me, I got out of prison, had a panic attack in the airport and rushed to get booze. I got a double Jack and Coke. I took one sip and literally it was so disgusting tasting. And I love Jack. I like Gentleman's Jack. Then when I got out of prison this last time, it was Honey Jack. Suboxone, man. So I don't know. I don't know. I know right now where I'm at in my life. I'm not going to rule out that I won't if something starts happening, if something starts crazy happening with me. I, as far as drugs and addiction, I came home to a mess, which made me despise the meth thing. So who knows, man? Who knows, right? Plus, I do like AA and NA. I do. Some people don't, and they hate it and all that stuff, and I get it, and that's cool. That's really, I like that. I like that fellowship. I was at a good group, and I want to be back there again. I'm not in a position where I can be right now. I'm really thinking about doing during the daytime like addiction and recovery talk or this kind of talk because a lot of people on my platform are former drug users, whatever. And I wouldn't mind talking about that every day, just different stuff. That's also with videos. That's also with videos. I'm here to say today, and I was just warned about this. Don't overpromise. There will be videos every day up this week. You heard me now. So hammer me if it's not true. You guys smash me if it's not true. Okay. A video a day every week, 5 days coming up. Okay. Smash me if I'm not. And hold me to it. Okay. So don't let me cry that I'm in a funk. Don't let me cry that I'm depressed or miss my wife. Don't let me do all that. Smash me if I don't hold to it. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me back up. Hold on. Let me back up. Harry, I see that. No shit. Called China White was okay. Yeah, I got that already. But yeah, so I wonder how many people would show up for that and what time that should be, or 3 days a week or something like that. I really need to do a video and drop it every night at 5 o'clock and then do a live too because I've got nothing else to do right now. Wish I could donate. Last couple of years have been tough. Probably going to get a lot tougher up here in Canada. Terry, thank you, and I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. Just keep watching, okay? You're supporting me by doing that for real. So don't trip. If you guys can support me, you want to do Cash App, no more prison cell. No more prison cell. No more prison cell again, I should put on. But yeah, other than that, there is 3 and 4 here. You know what? Kingdom. I used to have a brother of mine, dirty white boy, who used to talk about, oh shit, hold on. Somebody did send a donation down here, and I think I'm supposed to pop him up first is like the proper etiquette, but I don't want to lose this, and I'm sorry. So Kingdom, real quick, I can just see something purple, and I don't know what it is. Kingdom. He used to talk about, he had China White number 1, China White number 2. He's playing big baller guy, right? And I don't know what that 1, 2, 3, or 4. Tom Nolan. Hey, mate, it's been a while since I watched you. Glad you're out from Australia. Tom Nolan. What's up, Tom? Thank you. Thank you. And Brad, I just got a message from Brad as we were on this show. Nicoladius, whatever. And is he doing something big right now? Because I seen something about a TV or something. I don't know, but I'm going to go back and look into him. And I'd like to have him back on the show. And I want some Aussies on this show for sure. And I've been watching stuff about Aussie prisons, quite a bit of stuff about Aussie prisons. And you guys got this something down there that's called, it's like our civil commitment for sex offenders predominantly. You guys, it's called damn it, I forgot the name. It's when you're being held without being charged, if like criminally insane people and stuff like that. I saw that whole show, and I think it's called Four something. The name of the YouTube channel is Four something. He told me that if you let it sit, it will separate, so you end up with some of that appear. Yeah, Rob, listen, I'm not sure. Do you So look, I actually did a bunch of clean time at Lewisburg. Rob, you might not remember. I did. So there was an alcohol phase. There wasn't that much drugs there. But I'm wondering if you remember, Rob, it was in 2006 is when I really started, and I started going hard. Right before I got drunk and got kicked out of that block. I wonder if you remember that. I've been on methadone for 10 years. I'm on 15, taking it forever to get off this shit. Yeah, so Rope Scout, the methadone stuff, I think it's worse than Suboxone, man. I've never been on it. I've done methadone to get high on before, you know. But I've never been on it like that. Here we go. Oh shit. I don't know what this is. Let me see something. I got something right here. Tom Nolan, Jesus Christ. Okay, King, I'm gonna get back there for a second. Tom, thank you. Thank you a lot. Thank you so much. Really, really. That stuff like that, that's like, I mean, even though YouTube like snakes a bunch of it, that pays a bill for me right now. But it's okay. It's good. It's good. I'm good. You know, I am. So yeah, it's been in New Jersey big since 2000, in New York since like 13. Yeah. So, but I don't understand that different 3 and 4. Mark Ryder. I don't know if you guys know who he is. John used to hang out with John Gotti, real good friend of John Gotti, big heroin guy. And he once told me about how they used to cut up heroin, milk something. I forgot what they used to do, but he told me a lot about that. Spirit of New Orleans, he's taken over the John Way, the Baltimore Bumpkin. The truth. Are you guys talking about? Oh, well, if you want to say who the Baltimore Bumpkin is, that's cool. Okay, I gotta take these glasses because I'll play with them forever. This gets annoying to some people. Keep bitching it. Okay, okay, I got you. Twister 19. I hear you. I just remember coke and heroin mixes a speedball. Yeah, I just remember yeah, they did call it China White. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Now I'm thinking of it. I remember the guy who got it. I'm not going to name him. I almost said, which, I mean, he's doing a life sentence. I don't know if he still is. Okay, I got you. So it is what you're talking about. And I guess you're saying gay sailor disparagingly. I'm not sure. I did actually see them again today for a second. I don't know why they keep coming up on my algorithm at the top. I don't know if I subscribed to his channel or not. And the stuff that was from the Golden Triangle, that's what it was good. Number 4, as pure as it got. Okay. So you're somebody in the know, obviously, right? Thanks for putting this stuff out. That's actually good content. I mean, you know, it's good information to some other people that might not know, that care to know. Spirit of New Orleans sailor was smitten by watcher of craze. I think real quick, I think you're talking about he was smitten by Angel Gotti, I think, but I'm not sure. I shouldn't get in that. Because I did see some Angel Gotti stuff going on over that channel. China White was heroin number 4 from the Triangle. Okay, gotcha. Twister 19. Let me try to catch up. Jim Terry is about to change the face of MobTube. And Jim Terry is the JT guy, and is he a mob guy? I don't know. I'm not even sure if I care to know. I guess I do because I asked, right? Because it was kind of okay. Okay, Kingdom, I got it. I got it. Thanks for that. Let's go here. Where are we? Just taking the time to get up on the screen. Spirit and Jim Terry has taken over the mind of Angel. Okay. Okay. The truth. That's what I'm thinking guys are talking about. Okay, so here's what I know. Look, okay, so I haven't been watching the Mob 2 drama and stuff. The only information I really got was from the channel you're talking about. And I seen that person go from anti-Angel to the last few days look like pro-Angel, but I don't really know, and I don't care even if he does or doesn't. I wish him and other YouTube content creators, except people that put out lies, nothing but the best. Okay, I'm not even going to comment on that, Kingdom. I'm not even going to comment on that. But that's the truth. So that's what I know about that. Not watched one of Angel Gotti's shows. From what I know, China White is top like heroin. Yeah. So that's what I wanted. That's what I was originally thinking too. China White, people used to describe it as like the you can't get no better heroin. And they used to say, is he a suspect in the ring? Okay, you guys got that. So I remember guys from the East Coast. So I was in California. That's where I started. That's where I did heroin, California Penitentiary. Then I never did it when I got out. Then I got busted and got the life sentence. When I went and got the life sentence, and you talk about liking tar, East Coast guys would like to say, "What are you talking about?" Or Chicago. Chicago's got their own little brown mix going and something else. It's weird. It's weird how different places have different types of heroin. We got into a heroin show here, huh? Oh well. Another outbreak of Jesus Christ. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Okay, let me see. Severe outbreak. Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to catch up and see what you guys got. What else? What else I got going? That popcorn guy. Oh shit. Let me tell the story. And man, I'm not going to get this right. I wanted to do this. This is from that guy, Popcorn Sutton, I think his last name was. He's on there, and a bunch of other hillbillies, moonshine guys, whatever. And a guy tells a story on there. And he said, I'm going to make up these names. James White. Let's just say James White, okay? I think the last name was actually White. Suboxone will fuck your teeth up. Be careful with that shit. Right on. So here's an old story that this hillbilly was telling. He was telling the YouTuber. He said, well, I think it was a cousin. My cousin, James White, heard an old boy, did 37 years straight in West Virginia prison. When he got out, he called home for somebody to come pick him up. And the family, nobody in the family wanted to come pick him up because they were afraid of him, having just got out of 37 years in prison. Well, finally, he starts hitchhiking home. This is the story, okay? He starts hitchhiking home. I'm going to go back to this in a second. And as he does, he stops by a bridge, and he sees an old boy that's naked, handcuffed out under this bridge. Okay. So he yells at the old boy and he says, hey, what the hell happened to you? And the guy says, two goddamn hillbillies stripped me naked, took my money, and robbed my car. And he looked at the guy, started unbuckling his pants, said, this ain't your lucky day, is it? Hillbillies, that's what he said. Man, that guy told that story so good, but I laughed my ass off. You know, about a dude getting out of prison from West Virginia after doing 37 years, see somebody handcuffed. March 1st, 10 years. Michael, congratulations, man. Congratulations. I wish I can be the person that I like drinking sociably too. I like when there's a party and after. I wish I can't. I can't drink one sip. I can't. You know, from the members only community. Yeah, is that you're talking about Angel and them? Because I heard that there's a member only community based on that the guy's channel you're talking about. But man, that story was so funny. I saw a whole thing on Suboxone and people's teeth. Really. So I didn't do enough meth in my lifetime for my teeth to fall apart. So I don't know how that Suboxone thing goes. Jim Terry is the ultimate super spreader. I'm gonna have to go find out who that dude is just for the hell of it. I know I'm gonna have to just to see was he another one and they were fucked up. Is he another one that's in the mob or talks about the mob? Okay. I'm not sure. Let me see how many. Is there a lot of comments waiting? I don't know. All right. You guys are all talking back and forth. Let me just see real quick. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry. There's like I think you're onto something, Truth. Okay. So you guys are going back and forth. All accusation videos on Jim Terry. Okay. Let me see this. Quick. Damn it. He's such a strong super spreader. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, there's a delay between that and the screen. That's why I'm doing this. I went back and I looked, and it does. I annoy myself with my glasses on all the time. Rob, I think they have some online AA or NA. They do, don't they? And how would that work? Does everybody get in like yeah? Well, I know they used to at the Harbor House, but that was like, man, everybody was just trying to get out of probation or something, And I'm not knocking the Harbor House up in Fort Smith or Hot Springs. I have a lot of good memories, with really good people. I'll be contacting some of them soon. This is the crazy. Okay, anginitis is illness that causes anxiety. Sure, man, it's caused by jealous towards the new simp. Oh, man, nothing has changed on MobTube, people. Nothing has changed on MobTube. And you know what? Obviously, James Miller, what's up, brother? The big line is in this big line is you're saying James Miller. I keep on getting you confused with Mike for a second, James. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, I'm letting these guys see that. Not but the mob too. Oh man. And I wonder a few years ago, my cousin had a naloxone implant that was an opioid blocker and stops cravings. Is that around your area? So the naloxone, how do you say naloxone, let me try this. Let me try this in front of everybody. Naloxone implant. I don't know about the implant. I don't know about all that. Look, again, I have to say this. I realized that even though I said before that opiates were my preference, it was just because I was in federal prison for so many years and that was what was most available. I don't have a preference. I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to abusing, whatever. It sounded bad, like I was violent. But anyway, that's BS Convict Inc. There is no number one, number two, number three, number four, the purest thing. Okay. Thank you. Dago Joe. That was the guy's, and that was my bro's name. And he also has a chip on his shoulder every time that someone asks him about any crime guy. Dago Joe went from having it all. Folks who have previous infection can sometimes recover, and folks who had a previous infection can sometimes recover and become important. Like 5.6 media, the truth. Dago Joe, sad story about one of the Dirty White Boys members. Got out of prison. He was a big baller and ended up homeless and overdosing or dying, I believe, too. That's from what I understand. I know he was homeless. I do believe he died homeless. Like a lot of other people I actually know. I know a lot of, man, that homeless thing. Oh, okay. The number 3 and 4 came from the DEA. DEA. Has Trump cut any of those jobs yet? When you get numbers 3 and it's processed for the more purity, okay, you get number 4. About Trump. About Trump. Said it the other night, boy. Four Corners. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Nate. Four Corners. Great, great YouTube show. If you guys want to know anything about Australia, man, that show is awesome. He knows Mooney and share the same genre. Mooney is in Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan of the genre. Yeah, that Four Corners. Man, that's such a great. I've watched so many of those now. But I'm really dig these places of just these random dudes going around the world. These YouTubers are making, man, that'd be what an awesome job, huh? I was watching one tonight about this guy that went to the Philippines and he hooked up this whole family, another Aussie, and he really hooked up this whole family of Filipinos. And it was just, man, it was these kids, they were so grateful. But even in the slums of those places, and yes, they showed like the gangs and they couldn't walk past there. Those people that lived in they were so freaking happy. They were, man, every time. So I used to go to Mexico a lot as a kid. And I remember being 15, 16 years old. That's when I started going down there. Whoa. 2-2. Okay, you guys. They call the Bin Laden of New York. I think number 3 is Afghan. Okay. I remember going, they would always say, don't go to these neighborhoods. Man, I always loved going to like the worst of the worst, To a wedgie for blocking me. Okay, you guys are talking about that. Kingdom. Okay. You guys are going back and forth. Oh, okay. I get it. Starts the opium base, gets made and refined. I got you. Michael Moffat, thank you. Okay. What else? I need something else to. I seen older photos of him that looked like he was in the Blue Oyster Cult Police Academy. I laughed at that too. I don't know what you guys. I missed what you guys are talking about, but I know you guys are going back and forth. Okay. Let's see something here real quick. I seen the name Jeff Nadeau mentioned. Old Jeff Nadeau. Jeff Nadeau said he was going to put together a meet and greet. Fucking Jeff. Old Jeff. James. Frank guy. Yeah, that Fox guy is a vicious liar. Again, he put out a video like a hit piece on me. You were clean most of the time in Lewisburg. Then Randy in the block. That's you hit it, Rob. You hit it. You hit it. And there was even somebody in my life who I think doesn't believe that I was clean a long time in Lewisburg. I did, man. So it was like 30 something months. It was like 30 something months at Lewisburg. And that was before the alcohol. And then it was the drugs. The drugs started again in Lewisburg when I got a letter of denial. I was supposed to get out of prison. Thanks for putting that up, Rob. I was supposed to get out of prison. The rats in my case recanted, a bunch, half of them. And it looked really promising. I had prosecutorial misconduct. In fact, I'm going to do a video about one of the guys in my case who I didn't even know. And he came back and recanted and said that I didn't know him. And I found out in that recantation that the night before my trial, they set up all the rats in the hotel rooms. Okay. The second person I married being one of them. And in that hotel room, one of the rats in my case gets busted making methamphetamine the night before he testifies against me. They didn't charge him and told him not to say nothing and let him go. He claims that the cops that busted me showed him how to cook for different reasons, nothing to do with me, just dirty cops down here. And I was involved with dirty cops down here for a minute. I got myself put in a jam back in the day. Mr. French Toast has ambitions to become some sort of boss in the mob genre. Yeah, there's a lot of mob bosses in the mob genre, right? A lot of Bob, lot of bosses. Um, yeah, but I was involved down here. H was Joji. H was so strong, he had to cut 50% or he'd kill somebody. Um, I got busted down here and I got out on bond and I, I, I jumped on a plane. So I got busted coming out of the airport. Should have been a Fed case. They fucked up on the warrant. Big, it ended up being state case. But during the time I was out, I dealt to a bondsman who was selling to the cops that busted me. And I went to the house one day and there's these cops. And I thought I'm getting busted again. And they didn't want that. Which weird guy. They didn't want that. They wanted me to deal drugs to them. Jesus Christ, what a bad fucking deal that was. They were putting dope out on reversals and they were all drug addicts. And man, it was crazy shit. It was crazy shit. Okay, let me see. On this day, let me see something right here. And the Spirit of New Orleans and the Truth. All I was trying to do is get to some. Do you see Tommy Reynolds' interview on chat? Yes, I did see the Tommy interview, Reynolds. I spoke about it. I think that's pure. That is Tommy Reynolds. That's who he is. Gum chewing and everything else. Chad wasn't able to get certain things out that I knew he wouldn't be able to, because that's not what Tommy's going to do. But Chad he did as well as he could. I got to put this up here. Yeah, I saw it though. Yeah, and that's pure Tommy Reynolds. Yeah. Yeah, back to the mob genre. Let me see it. Wow. So that's like supposed to be the dirtiest type of drug is black tar heroin, as far as made clandestine, By far the best of the heroines, if you ask me. Although I would tell you, anybody and everybody, do not do heroin. Yeah, do not do drugs. Period. Don't do drugs. I don't know yet. I bet he was creating himself for going on to T show. Okay, wait, Spirit of New Orleans, the Truth. Hold on. Okay, let me see something right here. Oh, I gotta put this up too. I just seen something. There was also called Hammer. And so, Tom, I'm not sure if you've heard me in the past. I used to correspond with the girl from Australia, and her name was Sharna. Wabbit Wasso, don't contract angelitis. I never did, even when I liked her. Never did. Although the only thing that I can honestly say that I did when I was friends with Angel Gotti is, I want to tell the truth, is didn't talk bad about her dad and some of the stuff that I know. And I'm going to do a John Gotti video this week, by the way. And I know people hate that. Going back to Tom. So they call it a taste, right? Do a little taste. I didn't know. I never heard that. That, or isn't grassing, snitching. Like there's different terms that you guys have. And I never knew about the organized crime. Brad tried to break it down to me. I never knew that the gangs that you guys have, I guess the not Eastern Europeans, are where are they from? Damn it. But the gangs in Australia, I never knew. I never knew about that. I thought everybody just took a shot at Thailand and hoped to get back with dope. What was that one girl that went over there that said she had all that marijuana in her boogie board? Yeah, right. But it wasn't hers. I don't believe for Popcorn Sutton the Moonshiner. Yes, Kingdom. Okay. He was that dude. Okay. But yeah, Popcorn Sutton the Moonshiner. Fucking great. Watch that shit. And on that story, it's on the PBS documentary, I think. Back in the story about where they tell the guy about got out of prison after 37 years that I just did. Man, it's classic. Back in the 90s, the real China White was the highest quality of eights that a person could buy back in the day. I don't know. Okay. Hang out with people kill. I'm just going Pat. You guys are going back and forth real quick. I'm not trying to miss any comments. Spirit of New Orleans and Kingdom. I just see you guys going back and forth. Okay. Do this. And again, I'll put you guys' comments up. I think you guys are just talking to each other. That's all. One drink is too many and 45 is not enough. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And it's crazy. Like I said, the only time I've had a craving so far, and I even went into a store that sold alcohol. Let's see, I've been into one actually. Oh no, I went into to my sister's, but that was just for something. She works at a liquor store. Okay. See something. Oh, here's Terry. Hold on. I got you. Paid tens of $1,000s to create those secret whispers. Okay, I'm not sure, but I've seen somebody else. A lot of criminals in Canada are descendants of bootleggers. Yeah, man. Obviously, a lot through Appalachia too. That a lot of them moved into the pill mill thing. Terry, I knew Patty Mitchell really well. Do you know who that was? All right, Kevin, I see you. I can see. This old lady believes he made this guy. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, bro? Patty Mitchell was a real famous bank robber out of there. And I'm gonna do something on Patty pretty soon too. I knew him pretty well. And we were just talking about him before I got out, me and another guy named Gary Settle. Kevin, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for showing up, saying hi. Johnny Bartolome, whatever. How do you say his last name? Johnny Bartz is what I call him. He's got a show now. Hell's Angel, former Hell's Angel. I don't know. I don't know really where he's at with all that. From what I've seen, JT is trying to push Angel's show into the mob show, even though I don't think that's ever been what her show actually is. I think it's just a show with the Gotti name on it. And they talk about different stuff. This is my opinion of Angel's show, right? I think she's the only Gotti person that hasn't made money off the name. Terry, nothing to do with mob, just shyster. I don't. I'm going to say something real quick about John Gotti that I'll put out on the video. I've never seen so many people. I knew I had inside information on Gotti and the Aryan Brotherhood, extortion, whatever, when I was in prison from dirty white boys that were there. I know some that were there. I know some that were involved. But I've now met four people that were at Marion when he was there. If you talk to four of them, you get, if not four different stories about events, two different stories, two very different stories about everything. I'm going to put both of them. I'm going to put all that out there. His podcast business was created with mob money that came from connected. Okay. His podcast business was created with mob money that came from a connected parolee who shot a man. Ooh, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but let me go back to Australia here, I think. In Australia, if you're on methadone or Suboxone, you can get a grant for dental work. Correct me if I'm wrong, the girl Sharna Pipness that I knew, she died of an overdose, by the way. She got a check for being an addict. So Australia gives money to people that are addicts. They don't have to work, right? And Nate, I don't know how long these things are. If you can answer me, total size or okay. Nate, okay, you guys know each other. Let me go with James here. Do you remember Al Ross? Yes, I know. Yes. Yeah. But let me back up. Let me back up here. Al Ross, the bank robber. But I can't picture his face. I know the name, but I just can't. And I don't, he was like, wasn't he like an A block or something? Rob? Damn, I wish it didn't have such a power. I think that the power struggle has been found because around the early, after the Asian age, it was all expensive, low quality. And you guys got in Australia, they have a big meth problem, I guess it looks like now too. Um, damn, should I, he also has okay, you guys, I'm not really sure what you guys are talking about there. Hold on just for a minute. Has James Proctor given up? Okay, I'm gonna go here. So I will say this. It's been 2012, and I have said this on here before. So I was talking to a girl from Australia. So here's what happened. I start this Convict Inc. website thing, and I got Facebook, and we have email contact with people. So there's a couple girls that would run my social media stuff, and they'd send me messages from everybody. And I met a girl named Sharna Pipness. Rest in peace. And she happened to say that cocaine was $600 a gram in, where did she live? I forgot. It was the one all the way on your East Coast, I believe. I'll think of it. It's not Melbourne or Sydney or one of those. I think we met before on those airport. I think we met before over in, I'm not sure if you're talking about me, James Miller. No. Shit. She said that cocaine was $500, $600 a gram. Okay, I'm not sure. Let me see. And here's what happened. I had somebody that was getting out of prison, my cellmate. Okay, I'm gonna do this real quick and see. And he asked me if I wanted anything when I got out. His brother was a big guy in the coke game. So I say, look, do me a favor. Get 7 grams of cocaine, throw them in a letter, and mail them to this address in Australia. Now, before I say this, we had mailing labels we just got, and me and this girl started writing messages on back of these labels. Okay. And when she said something about coke being $600, $500 a gram in Australia, I didn't believe her, first of all. And we talked on the phone a couple times. I never thought about dealing drugs. There was the first 7 years of my life I would have dealt drugs if I got out. Then there's a period when I never would have dealt drugs. And then I met this girl from Australia, and she throws us out there. So I tell my friend, hey, yeah, grab me 7 grams. Here's an address in Australia. Just put it in a letter, fold some paper around it, smash it in a regular envelope, put like 6 sheets of paper over it, and mail it. Lo and behold, 14 days after I sent it, that girl sent me $3,500. $3,500. True story. 2011. So that's past statute of limitation on everything. She's dead. And that set my mind reeling, people. You're a gentleman and a bad boy American. Yeah, that's what happened. And this is a very sad story. And there's a video about her that I did too. This girl was a prostitute once in her life. And she had a guy that picked her up, and in the back seat was her son. They kidnapped her. They brought her to a remote place, and he had a trailer like the guy in New Mexico that was killing women and that had sex machines in it. It was like a sex dungeon, and kept her in there for like 24 hours and then released her. She had such a hard time testifying against this guy. I mean, I actually talked the girl into going to court. I don't care if you guys have a problem with that or not. He was a rapist and a murderer and all kinds of stuff. And I forgot the name of that guy's case, but I do have information. But she was one of those girls that got hemmed up in that. I mean, just terrible. And I saw her victim impact statement and her transcripts. And the dude tried to attack her in court too, by the way. But he got killed in prison, I believe, or he died in prison. But the son was involved in that too, she said. But the son never got jammed up, and she didn't want to bring the son in on that. Now, he said maybe somewhere else, and I'm not really sure. or maybe somewhere else, the price. So that was in 2011. I'm telling you, it was, there's a new way. Oh, man. Oh, my address book from prison right here. I was going to tell you right now. I forgot the name of the place. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. Let me see that. Let me read this real quick. That is a weapon. Okay, Kingdom. I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought you guys were talking to yourselves. I'll put your stuff up on the screen. I met you before. So James, where would you have met me at? I'm not sure. So California or Arkansas or prison. And I've got like 10 years of my, I don't even think I got 10 years of my whole adult life in prison. I'm not really sure. I mean, on the street. So California Department of Corrections, Arkansas Department of Corrections, and the feds. But I mean, you might be talking about Cyrus the Virus. You might be talking about, what's his name? Because everybody says I look like him. Yeah, King Dom Fent is dirty. Okay, let me get to Nate. I'm just trying to keep this going, you guys. In Sydney, where I live, the old heroin addicts are on ice. Meth. It's on. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. I saw the videos on four square, whatever it was, Four Corner. Damn, I forgot it already. Man, that's such a great channel, though. I wonder how many pairs of sneakers. I've never heard anything about FBS since I've been out. Not one thing. Nothing. The only one I've seen is Johnny Mac. I've seen him tonight and alive. It's active oh yeah. Isn't that like car fentanyl? Is that what they're calling it? China is trying to kill. Yeah, so they're going after the drug cartels. Are they going to go after China too? You know, China's killing us. And cause China is trying to kill and cause weak men. It does. It does. Drugs fucking destroy people. They really do. Really do. I'm going to read this FBS comment though. Nate, same in Melbourne, mate. And the ice over there comes from where exactly? FBS can purchase lots of shoes since Shauna pays all his bills. Besides Shauna paying all my bills. No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke. Jesus Christ. Heroin didn't. And I'm not trying to give heroin a good name here, by the way. Rob Bluister is a gay bar on the Police Academy movies that I think Carlos Munoz there before. What? Bluister is a gay bar on the Police Academy movies. Man, don't get Carlos Munoz there before. It's crazy how it's taken over. You're talking about the methamphetamine in Australia. That's what they're talking about right here. Oh shit, somebody just sent me something. Who are you? Okay, I can see the blue on the screen. Hold on, I can't see it yet. Delay on this day, MMA. Thank you. Zoom has 24/7. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for sharing that. And I really need to look at that probably for real. And I do. I know people hate that. I know people are against it and Christian based and this and that. Gross, where you been? Okay. But yeah, I like that community. There's a real good group over in Oklahoma here. The people that will be my sponsor if I can ever get to where I can go to the meetings again up there, you know. Mikey Griggs, how many sneakers have? Okay, you guys are doing that real quick. Tom Nolan. And I want you guys to talk in the chat and do your thing. It's cool. I'm just having a Nate. Yeah, it's getting real bad. I don't know why they changed putting it up. It's creating chaos. So actually, it didn't talk on that show about, I guess a lot of that stuff's coming in from Mexico as well, I believe, by the cartels. Talking about methamphetamine. And meth is different in the brain than it was some years back. It's totally different than it was. Thanks for catching it this time, Kingdom. Spirit of New Orleans 2000 Mob Donor of the Year Award. Ryan Brown. Who is Ryan Brown? That's what I, yeah, I was going to ask the same thing. Anthony. I watched like 2 shows for probably 10 minutes of Joey Merlino thing too. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I don't know. I don't, that's not my lane. I don't know. I don't even know. So many dirty cops, but I know all about it. Are we that far? Oh shit. Let me see. Trying to see how far down these things are going. I think you're talking about dirty cops. Oh yeah, you guys are way down. Damn it, it was the truth. Okay, let me see here. Damn, I'm way behind on these. I'm trying to get it some now, trying to speed this up a little bit. You guys are way. I don't remember you using until you got cancer diagnosed, and that was years after you got there. Yeah, I didn't. So he's talking about when I was in Lewisburg. I didn't use for a long time. When Randy came, started making moonshine, then I started drinking. We did that, in the mornings, watching. But I used maybe less than a handful of times, but it was in 2006, that year. Okay, I'm gonna try to hit the, Ron Gross said hit the like button. I appreciate that, Ron. And I hope I didn't go over too many of you guys that were like, I know you guys are talking to each other. I know he's talking to me. Nate, I think the worst stuff is coming from overseas. The local made stuff seems to be getting harder for people to move. These are Australian guys talking about what's going on over there. And I wonder, so if you guys know, how much is a gram of methamphetamine and how much is a gram of heroin, if you can tell me? That's possible. If you guys know any people in that life still in Australia, just for people to understand. Uh-oh, what are you saying here? Taylor, no, who are you? Wait, hold on. Listed, waiting for the Jimmy TR sit down. Oh, man, that would be great. YouTube. I don't know how that, I don't know. Talking about Tommy Reynolds with Jimmy Calandra. I don't know. I haven't talked to Tommy. I don't know. James Miller. Well, nowadays you don't know what kind of drug you're even using, right? And what's this pink cocaine stuff that I hear about? That's not even cocaine. The truth, you got channel on Rumble. Someone told me. I'll have to check it out, Rob. Hold on. Let's see what's up. Rob, you don't drink or get high anymore. Are you at least down to get some hookers? No, I'm not. I'm not. Straight up, I'm not. Yeah, Sharna Pipness. Moved back, and the first day she went back to Sydney, she lived in one of those places like it's a tourist town somewhere. Damn, I wish I can think of the name. But Tom Reynolds, she gave you the gravy recipe. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying now. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sorry. Talking about Sharna. She went back to Sydney, and I guess it was stronger. The dope was stronger. And her daughter, yeah, Vietnamese as well. So I'm way down. You guys are talking that. But Sharna did a shot. It was too much. She's had Xanax in her system. Her daughter was there. Her daughter knew she used. She was 17 years old. The daughter knew she was breathing bad. The dad's girlfriend, who lived right by, who she got it from somebody they know or whatever. I don't know. But the daughter called up the dad and said, hey, mom's breathing this way. And they said, hey, just put her on her side. Roll her on her side. She'll be fine. Hey, Convict Inc., I suggest you go check out what my guy, Unique Mecca Audio, said about the fight between Gotti and the black guy. He was there, gives real story, etc. That's the black dude, Unique Mecca Audio. Okay, so did you see what the cop that was there that wrote the report up said? I'm gonna do a video about it. I'm gonna give not personal bias, Ty Loans and the Lady Boys. I'm not going to give personal bias. You know, I've talked some shit about Gotti and on some stuff and this and that. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I know from people in prison and that were there. One of them played Jeopardy. Gotti was a big Jeopardy guy. Terry O'Connor told me that straight up. Drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, and women, the things I love are, yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to say that. I don't want to do that. I don't know about it much. Fortunately, one of my friends is Filipino and told us how it was destroyed his country, stayed away from it. 2001, we're getting it for free when we picked up H. Okay. I see what you guys, well, I'm way. The Time Stop Gang. So I'm so far. You guys got so many comments. I'm going to try to speed through. He's talking about Patty Mitchell. The Time Stop or the Time Stop Gang? Was it the Time Stop or the Watch? Yeah, that was the Time Stop. Patty, but that's you talking about Patty Mitchell. Man, so I'm really got to try to push through this, you guys. Time Stop. I've done so many types of drugs in my days. Only if I was a type. Be a content creator. I had a variety of stories. So drug stories are a pretty big thing. I might run some, especially now that I'm not married, because I can tell quicker stories about the past. Well, she knew them. I heard John. Okay, let me go to Kevin. I see you, Kevin. Do you remember what years TK was in Lewisburg, wondering if Jerry was still there? Yeah, for sure. He knew Jerry. Tommy knew Jerry. And so did Rob, I think. Rob, look at the last name on the screen right now. Wamet. He was on the other end. Jerry Wamet, mob guy. But yeah, Tommy knew him well. Yeah, for sure. I'd met him, like I said, we celled together for a minute. Okay, smash the like button. Thank you. Man, I can probably run through this quicker. Classes, if I just do this, I probably can. Screw it, because we're like way behind here. Okay, yeah, hit the like. You will be exempt. Looking for work and be paid. Okay, this is what I asked, so I'm way the frick behind. So this is in Australia, people. If you're a drug addict, you're exempt from looking for work and you're paid. Rest in peace, Diamond Dan. That's Danny Byfield. Danny Byfield from the Hells Angels died. That's what he's talking about. Mr. Mustard. Okay, one of my favorite. Boy, you've beat my ass up in comments in the past. You have smashed me. I know some real OG American mob legends. I'm just a poor 56-year-old man as a boy watching Godfather and other movies, hearing about John and the old timers. You men was our heroes. The Appalachian Mountains, West Virginia. Yes, drugs in Aussie, New Zealand, very expensive. You can get free. Oh, you were. Yeah, Rob was with John Jr. too. Did Danny Fama not beat John Gotti Jr. up? Mob guys. So you can get free therapy and rehabilitation if you want. That's in Australia. Perth. No, it wasn't in Perth. Jesus Christ, here we go. Still today, even a dark web Aussie price is way higher. Al Ross, Canadian mob guy, he died. Vin Russo, oh boy, this is a big one. Vin Russo, thank you. Man, you guys have poured in some good ones. Hit me with some really good ones, and I really need it, and I really, 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 really am grateful. Please, thank you. Just know that. Al Ross is that driver by the name the Weasel. No. Okay, so here we go. The price is true. What you heard, Rob, street level anyway. Okay, and that's like I said. I know for a fact I got paid $3,500, and I was tripping. I couldn't even believe it. People don't understand how easy it is mailing shit. You know, my life sentence was based on mailing stuff, right? And I didn't get caught because the package. We had the packages down, and I know people still use them the same way today. Yes. State to state is, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mustard. I appreciate it. No, just thank God for the lovely girls for a few dollars. Yes. Wait, what's he saying? No problem with me, Rob. Yeah, don't do that to women or kids. Okay. Laugh out loud, been around the real Con Air. Yeah. Nate, is you in Sydney? FBS is getting so mad. The money's drying up. Southwest Sydney. If you look up Yizzo Gang on Google, you will learn. You will, okay. Let me see that one. Nate, Southwestern. And you guys don't do any drug contacts on my platform. Don't be making any new connections on my platform. I'd be bummed out about that. Now, if you guys heard me the other night, Nate, my friend has furniture shops here. He started in Sydney. Oh, by the way, that same girl, Sharna. We used to write messages on back of underneath the stamps and underneath the labels of the mail. And you guys have really big stamps in Australia. And one day I get a letter, and I used to just put my letters aside for a month. I didn't rip up my mail. I saved my mail sometimes or whatever until it got too piled up. And I talked to her on the phone, and she said, "Did you love my queen?" And I'm like, "Your queen?" She goes, "Didn't you look at my queen?" And she's talking about the stamps, Australian stamps. I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "No." She goes, "What?" And I go and pull off these stamps, strips of Suboxone she sent me from Australia. And this is after I'd already done Suboxone like once. And I couldn't believe it. And this is before they started ripping stamps off and checking underneath stamps in the mail. But that came from Australia. She did that. And of course I did. It's a true story. I told her to stop. I really did. Because I wasn't trying to get strong there. Maybe from Perth. I don't think it was Perth. No. If you go back and look at that video, there's a video. I forgot what I named my pen pal, my Australian pen pal, maybe or something. It says that where she was from, but she'd moved. She wasn't from Sydney. She's from the other one. Melbourne, outside of Melbourne. That's where all the rape stuff happened. It's outside of Melbourne, is where it happened. That's where that sick fuck got arrested and then died. And I even read her victim impact. I think I read her victim impact statement in that video. Yeah, tragic, man. Tragic. Okay, let's do it. The meth precursors from China to the meth now is much stronger, et cetera, is made with different chemicals. Yeah. So that the Mexicans have it down, but it's not. The first time I did meth after 20 years, the newer stuff, um, it 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 made me almost go do something really stupid. I don't get like violent. What I ended up getting was emotionally unstable more than ever. What I did, even, and that's a nervous laugh because it's sad actually, but it's the truth. Um, that's what it did to me. It's just a different monster. It's the drug you hate the most that you want to do again, kind of when you're in it. I understand how people get stuck in that addiction. Got a lot of people I care about still to this day. A lot of people around me that probably don't like me ever saying stuff about drugs, but I would never say something about them, of course. But yeah, it's crazy. Let me see what I can get kilos of meth straight from China for like $1,000. What? Oh, so I know somebody. Damn it, I forgot. So I said I didn't do powder fentanyl. That's not true. Ordered a gram of fentanyl off the dark web straight to somebody's house. Pure, said mix 100 times on it. Mix 100 times. I did a grain. It was like a grain and a half and had to get marked. Yeah, that's true. There's been a bit of a drought on the Coke lately. The price per gram now is roughly three. Okay. Yes. Thank you for that, Tom Nolan. I wanted to know the prices of drugs in Australia. Look at it, people. So now all you guys with evil intent, don't be contacting people in Australia now that you know. And don't be taking the shot that I did where you send 7 grams in the mail. That was a one-off. And by the way, she didn't want cocaine. She wanted heroin. She wanted tar heroin sent there because you guys don't have it. She wanted the novelty, by the way. So China got the chems, they're selling them to Mexico and they smuggle them here. Franco, you have a very rich friend. Nate, yes, he was. We grew up together. Mustang Mike, hello, how you doing, bro? I used to be able to get pure cocaine from New York, low as $16 a gram. Now it's around 35 for me. You don't do drugs anymore. Okay. All right. I just hear you. Tom Nolan, hello. Okay. Most pay like 80 to 100 grams in New York. Really? Right? For a gram of cocaine? Okay. I see about Merlino. Straight of the key, Dom. A nice chunk of powder. Here you guys go. Stop glamorizing. Don't glamorize. There's a comment out here that FBS says that there are a jerk YouTube troll named Mickey Griggs that claimed to be the creator of MobTube. I thought it was comical. I thought Canarsie was. Pink cocaine is 2CB. What is that? Not cocaine at all. Okay. It's like ecstasy with cocaine rush. It's really a chem called 2BC. They call it pink coke or 2C. Yes, 2C. I saw a girl she killed like some people in Florida and she was all whacked out. Really pretty girl, a model. Man, that's on YouTube. Had this stuff cooked rubbery for some reason. So some of the first cocaine I ever did was pink cocaine, actual pink cocaine. And I was in the 9th grade. Yeah. And in New York, the thin trace of white powder. In New York, also, you guys pay. There's like the weed markup is crazy, right? So pounds of weed out of California from Humboldt County, the best of the best flowers, they call it now, is $300 a pound. $300 a pound, legal out there, and it's killing all the growers. Yeah. Franco, I never had boots, but did get bails when I was younger from the guys. Franco, after 2001 September, it made drugs more difficult to bring in. Before that, they would bring heroin and liquid by plane and boat. Really? Stopwatch gang. That's what it was. Thank you, Terry. Stopwatch gang. Used to play cards with guys who did like 18 years for getting caught with a barge full of pot. Patty Mitchell. I mean, not Patty Mitchell. Randy. Oh man, Randy Lanier, Randy Lanier and his co-defendants. I knew those guys. Yes, Nate. 9/11 happened. The cocaine prices went up to 10K. That the next. Oh, per key. Okay, 9/11. Hookers is the booze and drugs. I'm not going to do hookers. You know, I've never bullshit. I've had a lot of hookers. I've never paid for a hooker. I've never done that. I'm not saying it's wrong, right? I've just never done it. Now, I have definitely been with girls getting high, knowing what time it is. You know, if somebody puts something in their nose, they're going to pretty much stick something in any one of those holes. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it, you know what I mean. 18 for weed, 1,800 for weed. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, so Wamet, this guy right here, your uncle was was a celly in Raybrook. Danny was great. Byfield was great, man. Great. Sick. Sex played constantly. Beat my ass at handball over and over, but I got better because of him for sure. Man, he was classic. And I can say this now. Danny Byfield, he's passed. He was coming on my show. I don't know if you guys know that. I even had it set up last minute. They higher up in the Hells Angels told me couldn't. He was bummed because he had a lot he wanted to say. He's in Melbourne. Correct me something on Australia. This is what I was told. If you have a felony, you can't go to Australia, right? But I heard that they only check 3 people per plane and it's random. This is what Sharna told me back in the day. And she sent me where they were trying to change the policy. So basically, it's a random selection and then they do background checks on 3 people per plane. So if I wanted to take a chance to go to Australia right now, if I have my passport and I go there, there's like only 3 people out of that plane are going to check. I might make it in. But that's what I was told. I don't know if that's changed or what's up. But I did read. So I actually read something about that. And what happened was there were some Hells Angels or bikies, you guys call them bikies. There were some bikies that went over there, I guess, from some chapters over here and did some killing. And then they were felons or something like that. That's like 10 years ago. I read that stuff. Mikey, I'm glad you weren't too. John, what's up, brother? Okay, let's see here. Siggies are all about murder and treason. Tony whacked out hands, left him on display with his mouth. SoundCloud, the sign of the gun. Okay. Okay. No, I don't sell drug, only legal. Oh, it's legal in New York now. Okay. And okay. All right. Look, all good fortune to get Nate. All good, Rob. I'm fortunate to get through that years ago. Right on. Damn, what was I just gonna say? Shit. Oh, marijuana. I'm not ruling out like medical marijuana or something in the future if I had problems sleeping or something. I'm not. But I don't need nothing right now except chew, and I don't need it that much just at certain times. Like I can do days without taking a dip, DIP, people. I know what it sounds like. So that's my vice right now. I'm not even doing coffee every single day like I was in prison. Okay, Tom Nolan, but he passed. You can get all that shit on the dark web, Rob. I said I can get, not will ever. I hear you. I got that. I heard you. Yeah. Yeah. Jerry was. He liked John Gotti a lot. He did like John Gotti a lot. There you go. Actually from Peru. King Dom, how old are you? Get my weed from Cali and Oregon, not 300 a pound. Yeah, I get my weed from Cali and Oregon, not. Wait a minute. You're saying that that's the shit weed for 300 a pound? Okay, you are. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I'm telling you that real high quality growers, 20 years as far as seeds goes, I guess, at least. I haven't talked to them since, actually, I talked to them January 24. And they're just hating that whole legalization thing there. They went from 3,000 to 300 in 2 seasons. Not one, but 2 seasons. Yeah. Wow. The resale on it. So I met a bunch of Chinese nationals that were in, I met one of them real good. There's 3 of them. They were all growing here in Oklahoma, and they were packaging, they were making, hell, I said it on one of the audios that I did from prison. It was 20 grand a month or something like that, just packaging. And it was all going to New York illegally. Paid for a hooker, but you played hide the package. I didn't pay for a hooker. I didn't give them. Yeah. I was going to say I didn't give them. I gave them knowing what time it was. I know. I mean, but I didn't dangle. Only to my first wife. I'm just kidding. I never even paid either. I've been around all. Yeah, he wasn't, but then he came home. Yep, I can't go to Australia or Canada. That's how it should be. Everyone should grow their own. Canada weed is great. Growing your own couldn't make it worthless. Too many strains. It's as close to worthless. Okay, I got you. It's difficult to get in, but not impossible. Rob, you're white. My country's a little racist, so you should be okay. Man, I didn't realize how many different nationalities you guys had over there. Really, you don't think about that when it comes to Australia. Sharney's telling me about the Asians, but I didn't realize you guys got a lot of pretty diverse population over there, and yes, you got some jihadists as well, huh? I appreciate you. I appreciate it. That's good. Mushrooms. Wow. Sat behind Danny in the white tea room in B block for years. He was always laughing. You were in B block for a long time. The other night, I said something. I never went to C block. I went from D block to B block. And you remember Donnie LaFont? Did you see he killed somebody? He joined the arms. Boy, he was going to be a dirty white boy. He joined the arms. Let me see what they said right here. But Donnie LaFont joined the arms and then killed somebody over staying in a cell with the black guy during holdover at Atlanta. It's crazy that they got Joey Testa walking free, but they want to keep you slammed down. Well, I mean, look, I would advocate for Joey to get out just because he didn't get the death penalty, and I don't believe in life without parole. I don't believe in life without parole for anybody, even the worst of the worst. But I'm not saying that they should get out of prison. I'm not saying they should get out. I'm saying everybody should have the chance for parole because circumstances change, people change, laws change, too much changes. But don't ever think that I'm trying to say that I believe that some sicko sex offender should be out. I do believe they should have a shot at parole and let the parole board do what they will. And I think the parole board needs to be different. I think it shouldn't just be appointees. Maybe there should be ex prisoners in there, which can actually be the worst and some of the hardest, by the way. But different systems. I have a whole different belief. So let me tell you this. When I smoked weed for the first time when I got out in 21, that shit knocked me out like fucking heroin. That was like heroin to me because the weed had changed so much. The strongest weed I smoked before that was in Lewisburg in D block. Benny Giarratano came over and blew up this block. He had some weed. Hey, you want to smoke something? Yeah, he didn't tell me that they couldn't smoke it in any other block. So they used my cell, and I like a dumbass, I bit like a big mouth bass, and he got me, blew up the whole block, and almost had every drug tested. And that after that, I didn't smoke weed in prison. That was 2005. I would not hit a joint because I got so paranoid after that. That's true. Better than old Brick Reed. Really. That's still called playing hide the package, Rob. We're not talking about that no more. British Columbia. Started coming from Cali. Weed is legal in Maine right now in a store and buy 70 grams just to, wow, wow, wow. I did eat a gummy bear. Shit, not long before I got arrested the last time, somebody gave me a gummy bear, and I was even high on meth when I did it. And I mean, just got high on meth, like I was clean and then did probably like, I don't know, five hits, maybe a few more, who knows, 20. But I ate that gummy bear. That fucking thing knocked my dick in the dirt. I can barely drive home from where I was in the mountains. Jesus Christ, man. And it stayed in my system forever. Wow, that was something. Even the whites are the, oh, yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, everywhere the whites are the majority in the country, they're flooding with other races, even though the whites are the minority globally. True. True talk, right? Okay, let me see. Rob Rosso and oh yeah, okay. And Dragetta or something like that. That's what it is. Okay. 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 Tom Nolan, yes, you're right. You gotta smoke and blow it. You gotta smoke and blow it down the toilet. Dude, we tried all that. We tried, don't think I'm a rookie. Don't think I'm a rookie. I know all that. It was too loud, as they call it now, as the kids call it. It was loud. And it was. I mean, we had 3 tiers and everybody was on patrol looking for it. But then people were mad too because they had some people were shining at that time, and it caused a problem. I mean, slightly, but yeah, for sure. And that was Benny Giarratano, who should be on soon. You gotta just use your ass to empty the water. Yeah. So here's what he's saying on a toilet bowl. If you sit on a toilet, prison especially, you sit on it, you can stand up and the water goes down. It sucks it down. It's the whatever, the suction. You can suck it all the way down to where the water is pretty much empty. You can talk in it if you want to and blow smoke in it, whatever. And baby powder. Yeah, you done a little time, huh? You did a little bit of time. We used to use our mattress to push the water down. It worked. Yeah, but you can sit on it. Yes, and Ozzy, more Northern Italian gangsters than Sicilian. Oh, you're talking about Northern Italian. I thought you were talking about the other. I got you. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'm caught up. I'm pretty much caught up. Yeah, it reeked for sure. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Anyway, here we go. Calabrian too, but not as many as Calabrian. I think that's talking about the mafia. Yes, Calabrian too, but not as many Sicilian. I missed it. Anyway. Well, we're doing drug talk. Drugs around the world with Robert Rosso at midnight on Saturday. Come and join me. Wow, that might actually be a thing, huh? Canada, Australia. Listen to what Mr. Mustard has to say. This one, there's no telling. The weed now makes you paranoid, legal in Ontario. Musk is on the ketamine. I think Trump too. These assholes want to make us a 51st state. Ain't having it. Oh boy, don't start this in this chat. Don't start the anti-Trump rant. You're gonna get attacked. By the way, don't count out being our 51st state. Don't count out. Don't count out old Governor Trudeau, whatever you say it up there. Yeah. Boy, you're gonna kick off some shit in here. You got some Trumpers in here, boy. Yeah. Um, you think he's on the ketamine, huh? Man, I don't think the Elon thing is as sinister as people believe it is. But then again, who knows? But I don't. He just makes too much sense. And I don't know. And I'm not saying they're going to take Canada. I think that's Trump just throws some stupid shit out, man. I mean, but at the same time, like we should go take the Panama Canal back based on them reneging on the treaty or whatever. Why not? Fuck that. China's all up in there. Why not? Why not use the? I mean, if it's unsafe, if it can pose a security issue for us, and why not get Iceland, Greenland, or both, whatever. I don't know. I'm asking a little bit too far, but I don't know what to think about this Elon thing. I don't. I hope it doesn't turn into something sinister. I don't think it will. You know, America all fucks with Trump. Don't let him lie to you. Or can keep loving your gay ass. Oh, don't get it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Trump talking out his ass on Canada or speaking out. He's joking on Canada. Okay. Mickey, thank you. Prayers that you got addiction beat this time around. I hope. Look, man. Once an addict, always an addict, for sure. And I believe I have genes in me that can prove that. However, I hope that I can stay with the same mind frame I am right now. Not perfect, but I do. I hope I do. I do. And you guys are gonna know. You guys are gonna know. I mean, the only thing I couldn't tell you guys before is the truth behind some using because of probation. Of course, I don't have probation on my tail no more. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I would sit there and I would probably, I couldn't do a show and be jacked up. I can't see something like that. Especially now, too many people will be just all over it. Shit, I was insecure about coming on sober just because too many people might think, oh, look at this pale. Really. And I never let YouTube get to me. It's because I said it the other night. It's embarrassment. It's embarrassment. It's been embarrassment. You know what I mean? That I've done what I did, that I did what I did. And I live with it every day and I have to deal with it. And yes, and don't start putting comments in it. Yes, I miss my wife terribly. That's what that has me. That's why I don't even want to think about anybody, but I'll get past it. So it is. But I mean, I blew it, not a dime piece, 100 piece. So okay, hold on. Trump can come run Australia anytime he wants. So you might, who knows? There's groups around the world starting to go far right? My old man always said you can put your mind to do anything, Rob. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do believe that to a certain point. Rob, I can tell you you're not a liar. I hate liars. And Ras said, thank you. I appreciate it. Look, I can't never say, I know why you did what you did. You're good. But okay. Yeah. I was going to say, of course I did. Of course I lied. I remember Johnny Mack outed me one time about being drunk. Boy, he got me good too. He did. And I had too much to drink for sure. Yeah. A lot of times when those cups I would drink. Yeah. But that wasn't necessarily to get drunk. That was what I was doing. A lot of those times, those cups for sure. Um, yeah. Let's see what Rob says. When you were in B Block with Conan, I hear he's getting out soon. Great interview. I mean, he's the guy now over there, Rob. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know that. We'll see. That would be. Rob, you can beat it, mate. I did, and it was difficult. I started at 13 smoking age. It's difficult, but you can do it. Thanks, Nate. Okay, Mr. Mustard, let's see. Hope so, George, because gas going to go way up. Lights off in Michigan and a lot of eastern states. Thank you. Thank you. That Finn Freak. Thank you. Terry, we Canadians don't blame Trump. He's looking after his country. We blame Trudeau for not looking after his own. Okay, there you go. Pizza was asking Tony Pizza. Yeah, but when it comes to shit like that, while you're on probation, I don't blame you. Yeah, fuck, man. You know how many of these fucking rats call my PO and did stuff like that? Well, look, I don't know how many times for sure. Just outed me. Just talking about knowing that I'm on probation and just doing what they did, all because they were mad at me for going after little Jimmy. You know, I mean, that was some stone cold rat shit they did. And every one of them, including Angel Gotti, when she got on and like, I hope he can keep clean. I don't think so. And all that other bullshit she did. Rats. They're a rat. Straight up. Angel, Lee, James Proctor wrote me a good thing, but them all talking about my drug use, they're all fucking rats for them. Angel's one of the biggest ones for it. I don't even know where that came from right now, but that's the God's honest truth. Talking shit about me doing drugs and being an addict when I'm on probation. They wanted me to go back to prison. Every one of them wanted me to go back to prison. So right there to them all for real. Rat camp bastards. All of them. All of them. Everybody, FBS, Angel, Lee, all these little spoof videos they did about this one guy. One of the guys from the UK was talking about how look at Robert Ross on drugs. And I wasn't even on drugs in that video that he did, by the way. Dumbass. And he was talking about me being on drugs. All of them. Rat cocksuckers. Rat cocksuckers. Rob Ken, do you remember my cousin Chucky Flynn? Not right offhand. Not right offhand, Kevin. I can't say that I do. I can't say it. But yeah, I guess I just jumped into mob juice. I go on a rant that I didn't even really mean to, but they are. I'm just fuck. They wanted me to fall bad. Well, they got it. They got it. But then, you know, I mean, I did a video half out of my mind, you know, passed in 2001. Was he in prison when he passed, by the way? Ralph Scopo. I can't, it doesn't ring a bell right now, but then somebody will bring something up. For example, the guy that's been in my chat, Tammy Kennedy, AK Rob's his first name. He's cool with that. But somebody will bring something up, then I'll remember. He did 20 years at Lewisburg. Okay. Yes, did 20 years at Lewisburg. And he died at Lewisburg. Did he die at Lewisburg? P.Y. George. Thank you, George. Oh, okay. Anyway. Conan was my cellie in B Block. Cool guy. Yeah. Conan's up there. And you know what, Rob, real quick on Conan becoming the president of the Pagans. What a perfect guy. So Rob said he knew Chucky right here. Sent to Springfield. Okay. So Rob says, so Rob, did I know him too? Was I there with them too? Did you say Chunky or Chucky? Wait, hold on. You said Chucky. You said Chunky, Rob. But Conan, what a perfect president of Pagan. Really, I believe that. I hope. I don't know nothing about them. I don't know nothing about them at all. pagan, so I'm not trying to speak out of place, and I don't know nothing about your politics at all. I'm just saying, loved Irish guys. I'm just saying that he was. I can see it because he knows all the heads of all the gangs. I mean, perfect, perfect, and just a really. I can see that he would. Chucky Flynn was what the for Boston guy. Okay, man. You know what? I got a bunch of the Boston guys that we did time with down. I kept a list I'm going to do videos about and just mention them. I don't remember. I can't remember that. I can't. Um, what was the Boston guy that got like stabbed, shot, like nine? He had like 9 lives. Everybody tried to kill him. Even some of the guys that were there with us tried to kill him, but he kept living. I forgot. Ralph George. I forgot his name. But like you couldn't kill this guy. They couldn't kill him. Everybody wanted to kill him, but they couldn't kill him. Joe Monty. Yeah. Yeah. No Joe Monty and JoJo for sure. For sure, Joe Monty and JoJo. Rob was in the same, we were in the same blocks with those two. When Tommy threw the sauce away. the missing sauce. What happened to JoJo's sauce? Where did it go? Where did the sauce go? Remember how he used to hog the microwaves, all 3 microwaves, Rob? Joe Monty and JoJo, but he would send Joe Monty to do it. And Tommy got that sauce and threw it in the trash can. Boy, they were sick. They knew he did, but they didn't have the heart. I don't know. Because everybody was mad at him for blocking the microwaves. Yeah. And Fat Alex. It's up the truth. Danny Green. Yeah, from Cleveland. Hans Graw from Cleveland. Matter of fact, oh, shit. Son of a bitch. I can't believe you just got brought that up. I had somebody that's working on a book that wanted me to help. Oh, man. If you're out there, Professor, I won't say your name. I will call you. I promise. I was talking to you when I was in prison, and I haven't called him since I've been home. Damn it. If it's the guy I'm thinking of, he died years ago in Lewisburg, liver cancer, Chuck. Okay. Yeah, man. Butchie Doe. Butchie. Butchie. This guy didn't they put him in a grave one time, shot him in the head, stabbed him? I mean, a lot of times, not just, the Boston guys will know. The Boston guys will know. Some people say Cyrus the Virus. Yeah, I look like Cyrus the Virus for sure. Yeah. They do a heap of stuff in Oz, huh? Well, so yeah, I can say this. Let me think. Hold on before I do this. 2015. It's 2025. Yes. Okay. So even on. Okay, I can say this. I knew a guy in one of the cartels are going after right now. Very close with the guy. Knew about the Australian thing with the Australian girl. Really try to give me really try to hook me up with some big money if I made the right connection to Australia. I told them the story that I just told you guys tonight. And they were looking, this is 2014, 15. And they were looking for an into Australia. And they wanted to send somebody to her. And I told them this girl, I never met her. She's a street girl. She's been clean for 5 years. She's on methadone. She might do a little taste every now and then. They didn't care. They just wanted to connect there. So they wanted to, that's true shit. That's true shit. Turn it down. That's true shit too. True John Wolf is enjoying a relaxing Saturday evening because of the massive price, etc. Yeah. Miles, black dude. Miles Coker died. Miles Coker. What a gentleman Miles was. What a gentleman. Hey, how do you know all this? How do you know all these names? Butchie Doe used to call him Leadhead. He died. Really. And so did Richie. Richie Whalen. He overdosed, like right when he got out. Eating Conquer grapes with blueberries. Right on. Hey, Johnny. And I will call you. If I don't call you within the next 2 or 3 days, make Mike give you my number. Okay. Straight up. Don't no problem. Because I do want to talk to you. So Johnny Mac is doing paranormal stuff, and I have a house that an old lady hung herself right in the yard. It wasn't a is it was a love story. Her husband died of black lung. I lived my backyard, the hill right here. There's a hill. This is the mine. This was the mine entrance right here in my house. Right, just about 2 city lots behind me. Then it goes up in the mountain. And the guy died of black lung, and then she ended up offing herself because she couldn't live without him. Yeah. I wonder what the employees of Polo Factory Outlet store say to each of FBS approaches the doors into the store. Oh, you did visit every month. Okay, okay. I got you, Kevin. Now I understand. And those were all your uncle's friends. Miles for sure. Yeah, Herbie. Yeah, Johnny. So we'll see. We'll take you out there, and I either have this house is haunted or it could just be mice. There's one mouse in here for sure. I mean, I like there's a mouse in here right now. I just haven't got it. I haven't got it trapped yet. I spent about 2 hours trying to kill it last night. It's probably a mama pregnant mouse because they're all cold too. And I better do something quick. When I came home, infested. Every time I moved a piece of the property that the people that lived here, every time I lift up a match, something mice ran out. It's fucking disgusting, man. Disgusting. There's FBI file document on, but I saw the other day. They ended with cancer, did what 16 bullets couldn't do. Yeah, yeah. As auditor and allow and follow and film FBS in public. I don't, I don't know. I don't. The first I've even heard about FBS is tonight in this chat room. The first I've even heard anything about this guy. So didn't Johnny Mac beat? Yeah, Johnny beat him up. Guess Piggy hurt himself at the skate park. Gotta say it. Uh, John Wolf would be an excellent First Amendment auditor. Yeah, he's a big rat too, trying to out me all the time. But Johnny, I'm not putting that same jacket on you. You did get me on being drunk that one time. Boy, you got my ass. I remember the next day waking up after I did that. Rosso's drunk again, or Rosso was obviously drunk. And I'm looking, I'm like, that fucking sucker. And I went back and I looked at the video I did and I said, holy shit, what the was I thinking being on there like that? Man, I won't forget that. Will not. Ooh. Yeah. 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 No, no, I know who Piggy is. I know who Piggy is. Yeah. I know that MRE called him that or whatever. So and I also got blowback about and I don't care, to be honest. If I like somebody, I don't really care. I don't care if people hate them, if my friends hate them. I don't try to I don't jump on sides like that. John will be the first to tell you that. I got blowback about saying something good about Eric, just that Eric Baltimore dude, just because somebody that I know really likes that show, likes him, and I have watched him a few times. And when I watched them the couple times, they were keeping a the content they originally talked about on the show that they described on the thumbnail was they were talking about good stuff, and then they got into mob stuff. And I either hate Angel or I love it. I wasn't sure which route he was. I don't know. I don't. John Wolfwood's splendid. Spellbind public servants by utilizing extended pronouns. You. So we all old in here? Everybody? We're all, what do we do on Saturday night, right? I guess I don't care if people like, if you, okay, okay. I hear you. I hear you. Let me put these down again at some point. Oh, okay. So you're saying, here, let me start. Let me go back. Here's what he said. I don't care if people like, I don't care if people like people, if you like Foss or whatever, but Foss is a lying clown for sure. It will be obvious to all at some point. I'm 43. Okay. Right on. Right on. I was just, I just looked down. I didn't realize I'd been on here this long. That's why I just said that. But I'm grateful for you guys hanging out, for real. And this is cool. I'm cool with this. It's 1:30 a.m. in Rhode Island. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. A lot of you guys are on the East Coast too. What is it in Australia right now? There's 16 hours difference. 16. I hear you. Right on. Okay. Right on. Right on the truth. Okay, listen, I am gonna end it. Um, Now I gotta turn the heat back on and I pulled out because now I'm getting cold. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Um, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I might do one tomorrow night, but I'm gonna try to pump out a bunch of videos tomorrow. We'll see. And then I'm gonna post them at 5 o'clock Monday through Friday. Um, I'll do yeah, I'll post them so people can go in the chat or whatever they call it. And what are they? Not lives. You know what I'm talking about. Premieres. That's what I'm talking about. 5:23 p.m. in Australia. Right on. All right, you guys. Again, Mr. Mustard. Oh, he's saying the Australia. How do you know what time it is in Australia? You just looked probably. Yeah. Take care, you guys. And again, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. There will be some videos coming. Hold it to me, Mr. Mustard. I don't pump them out this week. And I'm doing 5 for 5 this week. Take care, you guys. And I'll do live still too, because I've got absolutely nothing else to do. Okay. Bye.